Apple is a major PC manufacturer with an average 8% of the global PC shipments over the past 5 years. And they have been using Intel's chip for over 15 years since their transition to Intel's x86 based processors from PowerPC. So one would think Apple's move to their in-house processors would hurt Intel a great deal financially. However, according to the report, that won't be the case, at least not right away. But as a whole, Intel might be up for some serious competition ahead in the future. In our today's video, we will try to explore what it means for Intel as Apple is ditching them for their own chips and how it will affect the whole PC industry. Hey everyone, I'm Chaser and welcome to another Tech Square video. Even though Apple is a major PC manufacturer and company actually accounts for 2 to 3% of Intel's annual revenue, according to estimates by UBS analyst Timothy R. Curie, Intel doesn't disclose how much revenue they make from the Macs. However, according to Evermac analyst CJ Muse, Intel's sales revenue is about $3.4 billion from selling chips from Mac each year, which is less than 5% of Intel's annual sales. So from a financial standpoint, it doesn't seem like Intel would be hurting much from Apple going away with their business. Although at WWDC 2020, Tim Cook has said that the transition will take 2 years and they have a few more devices in their pipeline that would come with Intel's processor. So the blow from Apple ditching Intel won't be too sudden or big. However, losing Apple as a customer would be more of a symbolic rather than a financial one. ARM-based PC is still a relatively new and niche market. Although PC makers have been trying to bring ARM processor-powered PCs for quite some time, Microsoft had its first go at ARM CPU with the Surface RT in 2012. It was the first Windows device to be designed and built by Microsoft, which used NVIDIA Tegra 3 SoC, which was based on ARM architecture. But the device failed as Windows was made for Intel's x86 architecture and Microsoft couldn't optimize the OS enough to run on ARM chips and they couldn't developers on board. Microsoft tried to do that again with Surface Pro X, but even with great promise, it was clear that ARM-powered Windows isn't quite there yet, as the main versions of the Windows 10 are all designed for x86 processors. Microsoft did develop a slimmed-down variant of Windows for ARM processor, which are more power efficient and offers better cellular connectivity, but they can only run apps from Microsoft Store. And Microsoft is having hard time convincing third-party developers to optimize their app for the ARM-based Windows. However, as users' priority is shifting towards wireless connectivity and better battery life, x86-based CPUs are gradually losing its ground to ARM-based processors. Over the past few years, Intel has already lost the mobile CPU market to ARM chipmakers like Qualcomm. And with Apple moving away from x86 processors to ARM processors will send a strong signal to the industry. Companies like HP, Lenovo, and Samsung have released ARM-based Windows laptops, but they couldn't make way in a market dominated by x86 CPU. Mostly due to Microsoft's inability to optimize their OS and their lack of control over their developers. We have a full video on why Microsoft was unable succeeding in ARM-powered PC that you can check out from our top right corners. Anyways, with macOS Big Sur, Apple has made sure that the macOS runs smoothly on ARM-powered Macs. Apple is even working with Microsoft and Adobe to make sure Microsoft Office apps and Adobe Creative Cloud Suite works on the ARM-powered Macs from the day one. Big Sur will be also able to run iOS apps natively, removing the barrier between Apple's two biggest platforms, which means app developers will have bigger incentive to optimize their legacy apps for the ARM-based devices. Apple leading the ARM-powered Macs this way, ARM-based PCs could gradually gain mainstream appeal. Although it might take several years to become mainstream choice for portable PCs, but Apple's move will certainly tip the scale against Intel's x86-based processors. Anyways, as I have mentioned earlier, Apple's move won't directly hurt Intel. However, if companies follow Apple's suit, in the long run, Intel could face some serious competition from ARM-based processors. Intel is already hurting from its production issues and intense competition from AMD. With ARM-powered processor joining the race, it would be hard for Intel to maintain its leadership position in PC industry. However, we should also mind the fact that Intel's x86 architecture is still widely considered superior in performance over the competing ARM-based architecture, and it would take a few years for ARM-based architecture to catch up with Intel. But it is for sure that the long-term threat for ARM-based processor still persists. Although Intel is well aware of those long-term threats, the company is boasting its new lineup of hybrid Lakefield core CPUs, which boast a smaller package size and better power efficiency than its predecessors, and hopes to compete against ARM-based chips in lightweight laptops and foldables. However, only time will tell if these new chips will be able to help Intel from succumbing to death. We will talk more about Intel's Lakefield processor in another video. Anyways, that's all for our today's video. If you like our videos, then hit the like and share with your friends. Comment below to let us know your thoughts. Consider subscribing to our channel for more videos like this and press the bell icon to get notified for our future videos.